Oh, I just felt so awful this morning. When I got home last night, you were fast asleep. When I got up this morning, you were gone. Miles, it's horrible. We're just not seeing each other anymore.
Oh. We're seeing each other right now, aren't we?
I know it, but that's because I decided to get up and get dressed and come down here.
Well, I see. All it takes is a little effort.
What are we going to do about this ridiculous situation? Should I quit my job?
Should I quit mine?
Don't be silly.
Look, your job means as much to you as mine does to me. So our hours don't coincide. So what? We'll make the most of the ones that do. That's just what I was telling Barbara last night.
Barbara?
Look, never mind. Look. Oh, so sweet of you to come down here this morning. I'm sorry I was asleep last night.
Well, I thought about waking you up, but you just look so sweet yourself and so tired.
Did I? Well, you looked sweet and tired this morning. That's why I didn't wake you up. I was tempted. I wanted to tell you what happened last night.
What happened where?
Right here in the office after you went to the studio.
What do you mean?
I had a little visitor, Gunther Wagner.
As a patient?
No, he came in behalf of another patient, if you can call Nora Fulton that.
Nora? He came here because of her?
Yes. He wanted to tell me that Nora was pregnant.
Oh, good Lord.
Actually came right out with it. Seemed to think I ought to know about it. Seemed to think I was the one who might have diagnosed it.
Well, is she?
I don't have any idea.
Well, why was he coming here? Does that mean that he is the father?
I honestly don't know.
Well, I know one thing it means.
What?
Nora is up to her old tricks.
Get out there!
Okay, okay. Spence, don't get so excited.
What's the matter with you, Gunther? You've been acting awfully peculiar lately.
Well, I got a lot of things on my mind, okay?
Okay, just glad to hear you have one.
Yeah, me too. Oh, hey, Spence. Listen, I've been thinking about what you said the other day about Nora. Well, maybe it's a mistake about hiring her, huh?
Say that again.
Well, I was just thinking that maybe you're right. Maybe Nora's not working out too good in this job.
You two have a fight or something?
No, nothing like that.
Must have been a great battle for you to come up with a suggestion like that.
Listen, there's just one thing.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Well, if you do decide to can her, don't tell her that I thought it was a good idea, okay?
Nora pregnant. Boggles the mind.
I doubt that she meant to get pregnant. And judging from Gunther's attitude, at least one of the prospective parents wants to undo the damage.
Oof. What did you tell Gunther?
Told him he was talking to the wrong man. I'm not an OB, and I'm certainly not Nora's doctor.
Thank goodness. That woman doesn't need an OB or a GP. She needs a psychiatrist.
I think you're right.
Did you hear anything more about Mitzi Martin's condition?
No, as a matter of fact, I was on my way to the hospital.
Can I go with you?
Sure, of course you can. Don't have any other plans?
No, I just want to spend the whole morning with my husband. Remember what you said about making the most of our hours together?
Sorry, but I didn't have any more luck than Calvin did. Poppy couldn't tell me anything that she hadn't already told him.
Which was just that Loomis was on Lorimer's payroll?
Right, and she couldn't give me any proof. Also, she couldn't come up with a reason why Eddie Lorimer would send Ted Loomis over to the studio to kill Troy Bannister.
The theory is a little far-fetched, isn't it, Damien? Even if Loomis was working for Lorimer, so was Bannister. Why send one employee to kill the other?
Or maybe Troy can tell us.
No, Bannister didn't say anything about Loomis being on the take.
All right, maybe he just didn't know about it.
So where does that leave us?
Doesn't leave us anywhere.
I know why you're upset, Damien. You did get Bannister to give you the gun by revealing the story about Loomis.
Right. And I'm sure that by now he thinks the whole thing was a gag.
Does that really matter? Seems to me that even a gag is justified if it saves somebody's life.
That's true, but I still feel rotten because I can't prove it.
Well, that's too bad, because you haven't proved it.
Well, I did come up with some more information about the relationship between Poppy Johnson and Eddie Lorimer.
What do you mean?
Well, apparently Poppy is more obligated to Eddie than we were aware. You see, it was more than just a job. Poppy Johnson is Al Maxwell's sister.
Whose?
Al Maxwell. That's Eddie Lorimer's old partner. Remember the guy he ran down with his car?
That was her brother?
Right. Well, that's why Eddie's been so willing to help Poppy. I mean, when she got out of prison, he was there waiting with money and a job. Obviously, he felt guilty.
Wait a minute. What are you saying, that Poppy Johnson's been in prison?
Well, yeah. I don't know why she was in.
Well, that's something we can find out.
We don't have to find out now, do we?
At any rate, she wasn't able to give you any hard evidence about Loomis's connection to Lorimer, right?
No, she wasn't.
Well, even if she did, that still doesn't mean that Loomis went there to shoot Bannister.
That's true.
So nothing has changed for Bannister. Isn't that right?
You're wrong, Troy. It wasn't a trick. Nobody deliberately lied to you.
Well, don't give me that. You can't cover one lie with another.
It's the truth. You can't blame them for trying to take that gun away from you.
Yeah, but they can do the whole world a big favor by letting me use it.
I don't believe that. You're not the type to commit suicide. You love life too much.
Yeah, I love my life. And they were trying to take it from me. That's why I wanted to do it first.
Look, Calvin says that Damien is convinced that he has some evidence that will help you. That will help you to prove this self-defense motive.
And see, that's what they say. See, those cops will say anything to get what they want. Don't you know that? I mean, that's one of the first lessons they learn in the police academy. Lying for fun and profit.
You know, you're hopeless. You won't let anybody help you, and you won't do anything to help yourself.
Look, what the hell am I supposed to do in a 5x8 cell, Dee Dee? Tell me.
You know, you're so concerned about the truth. I find it very difficult to believe that you didn't know anything about Eddie Lorimer and this crooked cop on his payroll.
Look, I am telling you, I don't know nothing about it. I ain't never seen him do before that night. And if he was on Eddie's payroll, why would he want to kill me? And for that matter, how do you know I was at Diedrich's studio?
What is it, Troy?
Nothing.
Don't tell me that. You thought of something just now. Now, what is it?
I have something a little quieter and intimate in line for tonight. Yes. I was thinking of inviting you for breakfast. Now, Raven, I can't imagine you being anything less than beautiful, no matter what the hour. I mean it. Anyway, the place is called Armando's. You've probably heard of it. I'll pick you up at about 7. All right. I look forward to that. Bye-bye.
Tell me something, Ian. Do you intend to see Raven Alexander every single day?
No. She's much too clever a strategist never to permit that.
What's so special about her? Besides her looks. You've known beautiful women before.
Beautiful, but dull. Yes.
She's a troublemaker, Ian. Anyone could tell you by looking at her.
Who am I to argue with feminine intuition? You didn't like her from the moment you met her. In fact, you hated her the moment I told you her name.
Anyone with a name like Raven can't be likable.
You've forgotten your Shakespeare.
A rose by any other name? No, let me warn you, Ian. This rose has thorns.
She's so unlike all the other women I've known. They're so oblique. This one, she's right there. She's always in front of you. As proud as a clipper ship, and just as beautiful.
Oh, my, this is serious. When you start comparing women to ships.
Well, don't you? All the other women I brought home, you call tramps. At least I don't think you can say that about Raven Alexander.
You've really let her get under your skin, haven't you? And she's so obvious.
That's what I enjoy about her. The obvious wickedness, that childish innocence, that flagrant beauty. What fun to love a woman like that.
My God, you actually use the word love. Do you know something? I'd like to join you for dinner tonight.
A threesome could be awkward, Camilla.
Well, then let's make it a foursome. What about your friend, Sky Whitney?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't want him to think I'm matchmaking.
Is that the real reason? Or are you afraid he'd be a rival? Never mind, I'll find a fourth myself.
Very well that I didn't want her in the house in the first place, but she came to me and she pleaded and she begged, and I just gave her another chance.
Well, you couldn't help yourself, Spence. You're a real sweetheart. Everybody knows that.
Sweetheart? Sometimes I almost like you, Gunth. But as for Nora, you can't do a thing about it because Skylar has nothing but words of praise for her these days.
Yeah, sure, I know that. I know she's working hard and buttering up the boss and all that kind of stuff. But look, Spence, you can handle that. He'll do anything that you say.
You know, sometimes when you push him too hard, he just resists that much more.
Well, give it that old college try, huh? And please, make it soon. Because I'm telling you that Nora is getting crazier every day, and I mean every day. Boy, I could sure use a drink.
Help yourself, Gunther.
You're a prince, Spence. And I promise you, I'll put it all back.
That must have been some battle you two had. I'm sorry I missed it. You didn't take any pictures, did you?
Well, listen, I'm telling you, it wasn't a fight. I'm just starting to catch on to Nora, that's all.
I thought you two were getting so cozy. I was starting to get a little picture of a nice, domestic, married couple.
Hey, will you just cut out the domestic marriage stuff? I ain't never getting married, not me. I'd rather jump into a tank with a barracuda. Hey, let me get that for you, old buddy. It's the Whitney residence. Yeah, sure is. I can't believe it. It's a lady. For you.
Hello.
Hello, Spencer. It's Camilla.
Do you mind?
Be my guest, huh?
How are you, Camilla?
I know this is awfully short notice. I was wondering if you're busy tonight. Because if you aren't, I was going to invite you to invite me to dinner.
It's for my class here. They believe that you can promote healing by actually thinking of the area that's been injured.
Oh,
It's true. All you have to do is concentrate. Now breathe deep. Come on, in. And close your eyes. Now out. Now in. Now try and think. Now, you gotta keep your eyes closed.
Every time I close my eyes, I start crying.
Well, that's good, too. Really, it says so in the book.
Tears are good for you. I should be well in no time, huh? That's all I seem to be doing lately.
Cliff, how is our patient?
Well, she's depressed. She's nothing but talk about the play and the theater.
Well, maybe I can cheer up a little bit. Mitzi, everybody has seen your x-rays, and they are a big smash. I mean, well, I should say they're not a big smash.
You mean nothing's broken?
Well, you've cracked a couple of vertebrae. It's going to take maybe some realignment, but nothing that time won't take care of.
How much time?
Well, I'm not going to kid you, quite a bit.
Come on, Mitzi, you're going to be well. You should be happy.
Yeah, it's a little too late, though.
Hey, come on. You'll get another chance.
You don't get many chances to make a dream come true. It's probably what caused this stupid accident in the first place.
What do you mean, Mitzi?
Dreaming. Guess that's what I was doing when I left Sid's place. I felt like I was walking on air instead of the pavement. I heard imaginary applause in my head.
Yes, but in this state, that is still not grounds for that woman to do what she did to you.
You didn't know Nora Fulton, did you?
Oh, I've just seen her.
She met her when she was with Smiley Wilson.
There were two of a kind.
I saw her mostly at Sid's. And then there was the time she came by the apartment.
What did you say?
She came to your home?
Well, she didn't come to see me.
Why would you want to see Dee Dee?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know who she came to see. Hey, don't you have to get back to the office?
Oh, no. Scotty can handle what I have to do in court today.
Hey, if you lose your law practice, then we're both gonna be depressed.
All right, okay. Maybe I better go.
Bye.
See you later this evening.
Mm-hmm.
See you, Doc. Take good care of her. All right. Goodbye.
Bye, Cliff.
That was deliberate, wasn't it?
I just didn't want Cliff to know that Nora came by looking for that big ape.
Gunther?
Her boss sent her by to look for him. He was there, all right.
At your apartment, Mitzi? You didn't invite him, did you?
No, he was bothering me again. But please, I don't want Cliff to know.
Obviously. Nora Fulton knows.
To know who the fourth Don't you think I have a right to know who the fourth member of our party will be?
He is someone you've never met.
Well, he must have a name.
Spencer. Spencer Varney.
And how do you know Mr. Varney, since you have only been in Monticello a few days?
He works for your friend, Mr. Whitney.
Oh, really?
He's his business manager. Actually, I met him in Europe. He was working for John then.
For Mr. Bowie. Well, isn't that interesting? Was he his business manager?
No. He did various things.
I see.
He's very nice. He's good-looking. He's very correct. And there's something mysterious about him. Oh, that shouldn't bother you, Ian. After all, spies are used to secrecy, aren't they?
Do me a favor, Camilla. Never use that word again.
Well, gentlemen, there it is. The electronically enhanced photograph of the man who met with Jefferson Brown in Lucerne.
Wait a minute. I know who that is. It's Ian Devereaux.
Network.
Hi, Geraldine. I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're...
How nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go downstairs and meet Ian in the lobby.
Oh, Raven, it's very